Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an Unexplained Places video on Clearview Ranch, Colorado. I've done videos about ranches and farms and other places across the world where the paranormal tends to congregate. Yeah. I think the most notable would be my video on the Skinwalker Ranch. Go and check that one out. I did one very similar to that, and there's a place in England. So anyway, I ran across Clearview Ranch in an article on paranormal places. So I started to do some research. The sheer number of articles I found and the varied and voluminous quantity of paranormal reports contained therein prompted me to write up this video, to make this video. And I hope you enjoy it and do your own research to add to or maybe even correct what I talk about here. So before I get into it, though, if you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you would hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content on social media, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. If you enjoy a good book, check out my author page on Amazon. My pen name is H.L. Anderson. You can find all of my books there. I like to think I write good stories that make you think. I wrote a political fantasy called The Righteous President. I wrote a fun story about a house in New Orleans where the monsters all hang out. It's called The House Off Farrago Road. I wrote a 3-book science fiction Western series called Drifters. I've got 2 of them so far. I'm working on another one. The first one is Vanguard 1. The second one is Task Force Terminus. It's futuristic science fiction, space warfare type thing. It's a study of humanity from an alien perspective. I hope you get them and I hope you like them. Now, on with Clearview Ranch. Clearview Ranch is a 60-acre area in Elbert County, Colorado. It is south of Kiowa and north of Colorado Springs. It's nestled near the Black Forest. It has had many, many names, starting with the Mulligan Homestead from 1907 to 1945, the Baker Ranch starting in 1965, the Priestley Family Ranch, 1975. I mean, it's all of the owners reported various odd occurrences and paranormal activity. Nobody really knows when these reports started. The original owner, Mulligan, everybody thought he had a reputation for exaggerating things. But as I understand it, he was telling people about the paranormal stuff in this area, on the ranch, and people thought he was crazy. So maybe he's talking about it that far. I don't know. Anyway, nobody knows when the reports actually started. People have reported being followed by strangers, and this evidently happens all over that area. Okay? Strangers. Nobody knows who they are, but they're following people. People report hearing strange noises, including metallic banging, loud screeches and screams, animalistic grunts and whoops, and even droning aircraft-like sounds. Dogs and other pets have gone missing inexplicably. Cattle and buffalo mutilations were reported as far back as 1896. A rash of sightings started in the early 1940s detailed outer spacemen and classic gray aliens hiding in the trees and bushes watching people. Yeah, so the people walk along, and they look over, and behind a bush, 30, 40 yards away, a little face is looking out at them. It's crazy. Clearview Ranch is a massive UFO hotspot, and the amount of UFO abductions is almost 3 times the national average. I mean, you couldn't pay me to go out there. I'm sorry, people. I got a family to support. I can't afford to be abducted by an alien. At one point, you're going to love this, a blanket of metal was found in a field near the edge of the property. Before the metal could be sampled for analysis, the metal disappeared. This had multiple witnesses. Unexplained and unseasonably strange storms, like blizzards and lightning, for example, seem to crop up out of nowhere. A building known to have been on the property seemingly vanished overnight without any trace. It's like somebody just teleported the building away. There's no signs of anybody coming in with heavy equipment or whatever. It just disappeared. Unexplained vibrations seem to drone from underground, which awaken inhabitants from time to time. The people who stay there, They hear this from time to time. Now, the building vanishing, to me, that correlates to some other stories I've done where people have reported portals, extra dimensional stuff, some sort of a dimensional shift. Maybe the building is still there, it's just in a different dimension. I don't know. Or maybe everything else got moved to another dimension and that building is still there in the other dimension. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, back to this. Strange people are seen walking around on the property but disappear before they can be confronted. That's more portal stuff there, I think. Electromagnetic and seismic anomalies are frequent and simply cannot be explained. It's weird. Inhabitants of the property report unexplained illnesses, including cancer and necrotic sicknesses, and a feeling of dread or impending doom. Cryptid sightings are frequent, including Bigfoot-type creatures and thunderbirds. Thunderbirds are pretty frequent in New Mexico anyway. This isn't too much further, north of New Mexico, so in the mountains. Maybe there's big birds that live up there. Who knows? Black-eyed children were seen once near the entry gate to the property. Now, I've done videos on black-eyed children, so, check that out. But this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Strange lights, including glowing orbs, have been reported moving around the property dozens of times over the years. It's like everything congregates here. People have also reported being followed by strange, unmarked helicopters. To me, that says something like a government conspiracy of some kind. Maybe the government... I saw an episode of the X-Files, and I did some research, and it's absolutely true. The Navy has an antenna array under the ground that they use to communicate with submarines. Now, that seemed far-fetched. I did research, and it is real. But ultra-low frequency, I think it's called, that would explain the droning underground. But unmarked helicopters, to me, that says government of some kind. Inside the house, ghostly apparitions and shadows are reported almost daily. Shadow people are reported frequently, as well as disembodied voices and unexplained footsteps. One young woman at a sleepover reported being fondled by unseen hands. Ghosts are getting frisky. To date, none of these occurrences can be explained. None of them. Nobody has done any serious investigations of the property. I would like to see the same type of investigations they're doing on Skinwalker Ranch. I would like to see them done here. The problem is, one of the problems is, the exact location of the property is in question. I read, I want to say it's about 8 different articles, and each one had a different location. They're all in the same general area, though, so that would be something to investigate if you can get permission from the people in the area. Currently, the property stands unoccupied, and the reports continue. This ranch is literally a one-stop shop for everything paranormal. Again, you cannot make that shit up. I suppose you can, but why would you? People been if they're making it up, they've been doing it for a long damn time, since the 1800s. Anyway, if you have more information or something to contradict what I've said here, please put it in the comments. I'd love to read it. I'm sure we all would. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all. We elect cookie-cutter politicians every single election cycle. Yes men who maintain the status quo and do just enough to make us believe the system still works. Imagine, if you will, a president who actually tries to fix things. If you like action, political intrigue, and a righteous crusade, check out my political thriller, The Righteous President.